Hello everyone, welcome in my channel ASP.NET Core. Today I'm going to show you how to handle in-memory database. Today I'm going to show you authorizations, or you can say identity, using in-memory database in ASP.NET Core in 3.1 also. So first of all, create a model that is application user class, in which you can add another entries which is not existing in the identity user class. So you can take first name, last name, etc. details like the address, something. So application user class is must to inherit the identity user class. So the basic thing you can do, and also identity user class is existing in the identity uh, namespace, that is Microsoft.ASP.NET Core.identity. So also you can remove that these things, this namespace actually I will download some another packages for in-memory database from the NuGet package. So just right click on it and add a new packages. So before doing this, first to add a application context class, so application DB context, and after that you can rename application DB context if application DB context is already available actually in Microsoft libraries. So just change the application DB context with the application context only. So identity DB context inherit with the identity DB context, and in which you can pass application user class. So rename it application DB with the application context class. Yeah, it's okay. Now identity DB context is existing in packages, that is the Microsoft.Entity Framework Core. So just install it, agree. And the another package is related to the in-memory or ASP Microsoft.ASP.NET Core.identity entity framework core, that is also install. And the third package, that is the in-memory database. So I will download it. So first resolve the problems of the application context class, and that identity DB context is actually exist in, okay, and application user class is in model folder. Now after that you can make a constructor and initialize that application context in the options. So DB context options, and in which you can pass application context, and that is options, and call the base class. The identity server is based on or you can say identity is actually provided by Microsoft. So in identity we have the user manager class, sign in manager class. So these two class is only handle identity because it's a powerful thing already built in with your projects, that is identity. So the another package name is Microsoft.Entity Framework Core in-memory database. So you can use it in the configure services the first thing is add DB context, in which you can add application context, or you can say you can register that services, or you can register your context in the with the application context in your startup.cs file. Service.add DB context, application context options, option.use in-memory database. So you can use options.use in-memory database, and in which you can pass the simple name of the use in-memory database in the parameter. So in the double quote, pass the parameter name, that is in-memory DB, that is the name you can pass it in the methods. Okay, now after that you can register your identity. So services dot add identity, services dot add identity. Actually identity, yeah, it's there. In identity you can pass some credentials rules, like the passwords length. You can pass it alphanumeric keywords in the passwords. Also you can pass in the add identity methods. So in add identity we have a application user class and add role also existing. So identity role, but I did not want to add some rules in the identity. So just add your entity framework store with the application context and also default token. Add default token providers. Now after that you can save your in-memory DB in your cookies. So configure cookies also, fire it. So services dot, the third method is services dot configure cookies dot configure application cookie, and in which you can pass the cookie name, expiry time, and the path of the cookie. So options dot cookie dot name and time span and the login path of the cookie. So options dot cookie dot name, the cookie name is the based on the applications, and you can take prefix that any name you want, like my cookie name, like in memory. So in a memory a DB is the cookie name. Now after that, oops, getting an error. What is this? Options dot, there is nothing. So just write it, the name is option.cookie.name, and after that you can pass the time span value and the expiry time, and like this. Options dot expire time span dot from minutes, that is 10 minutes, and option dot login path, that is the home controller, and the login is action method name. So oops, actually we'd not start the options, or you can say application cookie, and just it here, start it, and replace the comma with the semicolon. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, register your configure application cookie in your project successfully. Also you can check your expiry time span and the login path. Okay, now after that come to the controller section, and here you can add two classes variable. The first the variable first to add the passwords in the application user class, and after that you can add two another class in home controller, that is the user manager class, because a user manager class can register your new user, or you can say add a new user in your user manager class in your database also. So user manager class with the application user class, and sign-in manager class with your application user class must to use it and initialize in your home controller constructor. Now the sign in manager is with the application user class underscore sign in manager. Now the both classes, the one classes you can initialize in your constructor. So you can use it the first name looking like the iLogger file, iLogger class with the home controller. So just use it, generate field, that is thing. Okay, this is the new controller and the previous is there. So in later session, in you can say in later I will delete it, the first controller. Okay, now create a login get action method, or you can say the post method of the login. Also you that is the get action method of the login, that is return view. Similarly you can design the get action method for the register also, and the post action method for the login and register also. So there is the 4 method you can add in your home controller section. Okay, now HTTP post is also there. HTTP post. In the register section, you have a application user class, because a application user is add some new user in the model, so you can use a model. So variable user equals to new application user, and add some values in your application user class like ID, like first name, username, email, password, etc. Okay, so email equals to model.email, username equals to model.username, email equals to model.email, first name is model.firstname, and the last name is also there, not, and last name is not there. And date of birth initialize with the birth date equals to model.birth date. Now user is prepared with the password also there, so model.passwords. Now how to add that thing, or you can say that entry in user manager class. So you can simply call underscore user manager dot create async with the user and the passwords. So must to use async, because a user manager class and create async method, only one method in the class is create async. So you can use await keywords, underscore user manager dot create async with the user comma with the user passwords. So password is there in the model dot passwords. Also you can use the user dot passwords also there. Now after that you can use result dot succeed. If the value is added into the user manager class, you can sign in automatically. So you can use sign in manager class. So a sign-in manager class is used with the password sign-in async, in which you can pass user passwords, and is persistent is false, and also not use to the passwords after 3 attempts to lock the password. So you can use false. If sign-in is succeed, then return to redirect to action in the index methods. Okay. So return redirect to action that is on the index methods. Now prepare view for the register class, because but that model class is not there. So create a demo to use scaffolding in the project. So you can add a demo class in the model section. Add a new item, that is class, and you can use a demo class for the scaffolding purpose only. If you want to add a view, then you directly add it. There is no need to scaffolding. But I want to add a demo class for the scaffolding purpose only. After that, we can remove easily, because there is no need to use demo class in the project, or you can say in the example. So first name, birth date, email, passwords, there is not included in the application user class, but that email is existing in the identity user class. So demo class is there in the drop down list. So data context, there is no need to add data context in it here, because we use in-memory database. So there is no need to use a data context. So this is the view section, and change the model name, that is model.demo classes with the application user class. Okay, so the demo class is only used for the scaffolding purpose. First name is just copy in the division code and paste the double times, and first name is replaced with the username. Okay, so there is. Now the register section is cleared. In the login section, you also design the login section. HTTP login folder is also you can design the login post section. This is the login get section, that is. Now after that, you can prepare your login form. You can prepare your post action method of the login. So HTTP post section and the login, in which you can pass application user class as a parameter, and also make async method for the login, because a sign in manager class dot passwords create async method is actually exist in the as a async method. So user manager dot find by name async is also there. So you can make your method async. Application user class model, and find by name async method you can pass model dot username. Okay, so that thing, if user is not equals to null, then sign in into your system by using the sign in manager class. So guys, what's up, and please subscribe my channel. If you like this video, I will provide you better video tutorial of identity servers, and related to your chattings, related to your projects, related to your web applications, related to your mobile applications. I will sure provide the better things to do in your projects, like in-memory database, like physical database, like modeling, like designings of your projects and bootstraps, and many more things will provide into your for you. So please subscribe my channels. Also press the bell icons, and so just come to the project again. So you can, if the sign in dot succeed, then return redirect to the actions, that is index methods. So in the further section you can create the view for the login post method, get method, sorry, and after that finally you can run your project and see your outputs in your cookies. Oops, getting an error because multiple home controller constructor there in your projects. So just remove the one constructor from your home controller. There is the multiple controller constructor in your project, so just remove and again start it, and check your register action method first of all, because after registration you can automatically sign in into your system, and after that you can see the thing you can save in your cookies folder. So email, the name of email, and username is also the same thing, but in the project we can take a different. So please guys, please don't forget, please subscribe my channel, also share this video on your WhatsApp, on your Facebook accounts, on your Twitter account also. Must to share that that video on your Twitter accounts, and check your application in your developer tools of your browsers. Thank you very much for watching this video.